Hey movie fans, this week's offers you can't refuse come from Unity Park in Starkville. Black History Month continues, and so does our streak of movies all made by black filmmakers. This park's a great place to reflect on people who have used their voice to fight for civil rights. And our first choice this week, the first major Hollywood film directed by a black woman, does the same, but across the Atlantic. And pull up a seat and prepare to join the conversation on the apartheid of South Africa in a dry white season. Yeah, it's two white guys talking, but it's what they're talking about that applies. This scene with Donald Sutherland and Marlon Brando, who got his 8th Oscar nomination for this, is one of the few I could show, so prepare yourself, it's difficult to watch. It's about a middle-class white South African who can't turn his back on atrocities dealt to the family of his black gardener. It came out in 1989 at the very end of institutionalized segregation in that part of the world. The best line is when Brando here says, "Justice and law are often, I suppose they can be described as distant cousins. And here in South Africa, well, they're not on speaking terms at all." Next, we're jazzing it up with something much lighter, but still looking for a purpose in Soul. The voices of Jamie Foxx and Tina Fey hit all the right keys in this movie about finding your spark and how dreams can overshadow what life is drumming up for us. Plucky and fun characters with an ending left open enough for the audience to fill in their own blanks. It's about a piano player who can't give up on his goals even when his body does. The best line is Tina Fey's when they're between life and the afterlife. She says, "Don't worry, you can't crush a soul here. That's what life on earth is for." And finally, wake up. We're getting a peek through the window at this relationship in Love and Basketball. Neighbors Sanaa Lathan and Omar Epps share a big interest, which turns into boyfriend-girlfriend, but their passion for basketball is something that brings them together and drives them apart. This is a perfect choice for Valentine's Day coming up, and Lathan's performance here is a bouquet of talent. And both characters learn love is about stepping out of your own aspirations to build new ones together. My favorite line is when they're kids and he tells her he doesn't want to be your boyfriend anymore. She says, "Well, I don't want to be your girlfriend, big head." And here's where you can find this week's choices. You can stream A Dry White Season free on Tubi, directed by Eugene Palcy. Also, Soul is on Disney+, co-directed by Kemp Powers. Love and Basketball is directed by Gina Prince Blythewood. That one's on HBO Max. And that's this week's watch list. For more of my movie recommendations, hit up our spot on WCBI.com. I'll be back next week with 3 more. Until then, from Unity Park in Starkville, leave the criticism, take the cannoli.